Hello everybody. Welcome to or welcome back to Return of the Living Dead Girls. Hi everybody.
Hi.
Okay, so it's Friday, our usual night of recording. Feeling nice, feeling good, feeling sparkly. I don't know about y'all.
Feeling like a unicorn.
Feeling like cunt, feeling like cunty, feeling like cunt. Okay, so basically, yeah, today was gonna be about a completely different movie, which was gonna be Pumpkinhead, but
Yes.
last weekend we went to go see Death of a Unicorn.
Yes, we did.
So you already know we're gonna be talking about the movie. Spoiler motherfucking alert. Hello, hi.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to hear spoilers, don't listen right now. Because we're going to talk about
We're gonna
it.
talk about the whole damn thing, okay? And then,
And some.
yeah, and some. We're gonna talk about just mythical folklore, different ideas and creatures and such. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited about this episode. I have very glittery stuff. I have a fairy earring, so just to kind of be in the vibe of it all. So it's 2025, all right, and this movie just came out from a very awesome production company called A24.
No promotion. We just like A24.
Oh my gosh, first off, our last episode, what I noticed is that we did not introduce ourselves. And I think we need to make sure to do that every episode. So, I'm Nikki, okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm Elaine. For those of y'all who probably know me, it's Rachel, but Rachel Elaine. We'll just say Rachel Elaine.
Rachel Elaine. That sounds cool, honestly.
Rachel Elaine!
Yeah,
Go to the light!
Go to the light, Carolina. So, yeah, just wanted to introduce ourselves just in case you don't know who we are. If you're new, if you don't, whatever. So, hello, hi. But yeah, 2025, and this movie I thought was really good. I know I always try to find some shit that I like, but I was really looking forward to it. And as a comedy horror or horror comedy, whatever, I dig it. I'm here for it.
I enjoyed it too. I mean, a lot of movies by A24 I feel like I like where they have Midsummer was probably one of my favorites of them.
Ooh, yeah,
I
that's
love
a good
Midsummer, which we'll eventually probably talk about that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What else is it? They have the Green Knight, that one was okay. It was a little different, but it was cool.
The Green
Civil War, which was I like that one.
I don't know.
I like that one. What else did they have? Well, you recently saw Talk to Me, right?
Wait, that makeup is really shining on the camera. I could see it.
Shining like a diamond.
I was trying to do a little highlight there, but it probably looks...
And here comes Troublemaker. There he is, y'all. There he goes. And everybody, that is Lumi. That is Lumi.
He always likes to just pop in and cause a little trouble, my lovely cat.
He's part of the show.
Yeah.
Can we say?
Yeah. But, yeah, so Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, obviously, like, the main stars of the show, right? Mm-hmm. Paul Rudd is mid-50s, I believe, and he looks gorgeous. He looks gorgeous. He's
never ages.
Yeah, he took the potion for sure, which I'm not even mad, because I'm like, you look amazing. You get the little pin, and then you got to take care of your body, because... Yeah.
Take care of your body.
Yeah. I love that actress. I think her name was like Isabella or something. Hot.
Fine as hell, and that movie Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
In case y'all don't know who we're talking about.
Iconic, okay. Siempre vida. Yeah, it's amazing. That's one of my... We have to do that movie eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but Jenna Ortega also, which she's like a rising starlet right now.
I mean, I wouldn't say she's rising. She's pretty much there. Everybody knows Jenna Ortega now.
That's true, but I feel like she's still not like... She's still going up, honey.
Yeah.
She's still going up.
That's true.
She's 22.
Oh my god.
If Google
she's
told
a
me
baby.
right, I thought she was like 24 or 25, but she's 22.
a baby.
I'm like
22. That could be my daughter.
and she
I'll just say that.
be serving looks. If anybody followed her during her Beetlejuice like whatever all over the world, the looks were hot. They were serving. They were everything, honestly.
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Good face.
She gave good face. Okay, but yeah, in the movie, basically, I mean, even if you watch one preview, it's kind of, you already know what's going to happen. You know exactly where this movie's going, which kind of pulls you in. That's what pulled me in.
Unicorns.
I'm like, unicorn
what movies
revenge
do you hear
on
about
greedy
unicorns?
fucking humans. Hello, what's not to love about that?
It's basically about revenge. It's about how man, pretty much like of all things, just likes to fuck things up and
We're greedy.
be greedy and fountain of
Consumers.
youth type shit. And if it's gonna make you young or cure you, then we're here. They're there for it. Billionaires.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. It's at our disposal no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, their father-daughter relationship, and they're the ones in the beginning that hit the unicorn on accident.
Basically starts right off the bat. They're driving.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's character's being distracted because he's like a businessman. What was he in the movie though? Was he like a lawyer or something? I didn't quite get it.
I think he was a sucker one, and he was also an idiot, but he
was a douche.
something
He was a
along
douche
the
in the
lines
movie,
of
kind of.
They made his character just very
Douchey.
stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was. I just feel like you can't be that stupid. And if this world is real in this movie where unicorns don't actually exist.
But do they?
Well, in the movie, yeah, it was still that kind of world, right?
Maybe. Well, yeah.
It was
They
like
assumed they didn't exist.
right, yeah, just like we do. That's how I kind of deciphered that. But
Yeah.
that's why I thought he was a real bonehead, because the whole movie, he's just like really. I know he's trying to move up in the ladder and he's trying to make a name for himself in the pharmaceutical, whatever he was, but I'm like, you're just gonna like sell out your daughter and sell out a actual fucking unicorn
Yes. For fame and money.
for
yes.
money.
So basically, what it was is that in the beginning, we'll kind of sum it up a little bit. Like in the
Yeah.
beginning, they're driving, he gets distracted, boom, he hits the unicorn. And Jenna Ortega's character basically gets out of the car. She's like kind of mesmerized by it. Like they have a connection.
They do.
She
Her and
sees
the
it.
unicorn. Yeah,
She
they see
touches
each
the
other.
unicorn. She touches the unicorn horn. The
The
unicorn
horn.
horn like shows her the universe basically. it
And
seems.
makes them have an actual like connection.
With life and death, I feel.
Yeah,
It was very life and death-ish too.
which was cool.
Yeah, very indie-ish, if you want to say, like we talked
Yeah,
about in
it
one of our
kind of went
episodes.
there in some. Yeah, for sure.
Check out the NDC or the NDC, the NDE episode.
Yes. This is our 11th episode, so
11.
if you have listened to
Yeah. What are they doing? Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, 11. Okay.
that show, we could do a whole episode on that shit too. But I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's our 11th episode. If you have listened to any other episode, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us again.
Thanks to our 9 listeners.
Yes, I mean, you know, we're beginning, and we're trying to get our footing.
Thank y'all the real ones.
And we're goofy bitches, so thank you for listening. But yeah,
Putting
so
up with us.
she gets a connection from the horn, right? And then they don't know it. Oh no, as she's getting the connection,
Paul Rudd's character just bludgeons it to death, basically.
yeah, she's kind of like out of it when she's like.
He thought she was
these
having like a
visions.
seizure.
Yeah, and so as she's doing it, boom, she like comes back because he bludgeons with the fucking.
The fucking poor unicorn.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm like, who does that? First of all, I just want to know who would bludgeon a unicorn?
A unicorn
to death. I mean, they clearly see it as injured. The blood. Oh, and the blood. Okay.
But on the flip side, though, it's like your child that you see is having physical contact with this thing. You don't know what to do. So
That's
your
true.
first human idea is to like
bludgeon it.
bludgeon
to death.
it. Which even then, I'm thinking to myself, who fucking bludgeons a unicorn?
Who bludgeons a motherfucking unicorn?
I thought it was a little much. And I was like, okay, that was a little much, Paul Rudd. But okay, so they pack it up, basically.
They take it with them.
They pack it up in their fucking hatchback and they make it to his boss's huge fucking mansion out in this like forest wildlife preserve. I don't know. It's like a special.
It's like a wildlife preserve. That's exactly what it is.
It's a special place. Okay, there's some really like endangered special creatures, whatever. So they're trying to have a business meeting, and obviously it doesn't go right because they realize that there's something in their car that's
because the unicorn is not dead.
Yeah, the unicorn is basically comes back too, which lets everyone know that it's there. Long story short,
they're like, "Oh shit, you brought this unicorn. Like, where did you find it?"
And while that's all kind of happening and hashing out, Jenna Ortega, her character's name is Ridley. Am I correct on that?
Oh my god, I don't. Girl, there.
I think it is.
I'm bad with names.
I think her name was Ridley in there. You think we would write that down by now? 11th episode.
Well, we were really distracted in the theater because I was just having a smorgasbord.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna talk about that. Wait, no, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna pause on that because, okay, so we were really trying to make it to eat before the movies because I was hungry and I wanted to get some snacks in, but I was
hungry.
It was dinner time. Why am I not supposed to be hungry? Anyway, so we're gonna eat something, but we were running late. So I was like, we'll order something light. I'm like, before the movie. This bitch orders like a whole sushi roll, fucking shrimp tempura, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, we're gonna sneak it in the theater, don't worry.
Girl, so long story short, she sneaks all of that into the theater, and we're like, I'm right next to these people. She's right next to me. Saran wrapped fucking plastic containers, popping the container, eating the crispiest fried shrimp tempura.
You just hear.
Oh my god,
we're trying not to lose it.
I was losing it, but in silence because it was so funny.
And then I had popcorn. I had.
Oh my god, we like
candy.
Yeah. It was a little movie outing for her birthday weekend, basically.
Oh yes, that's true. Last week was my birthday.
Yes, happy belated birthday, bitch. But yeah, she had the sushi, the shrimp tempura, she had popcorn, she had a pickle. She got a free icy from the movie person, and I snuck in candies.
That's it. That's all she snuck in.
And my water.
I had all this shit.
And I'm like...
So we were distracted with that, first of all.
Yeah, kind of in the beginning because it was,
It was a lot.
Anyway, so they find out they are hiding a unicorn. Okay, everybody sees it. Everyone's like, oh, trying to make light of what it is when in actuality it's obviously a unicorn. Mm-hmm. One of the characters that's in there, I don't remember his name, even though I looked it up because he's in his 30s. The guy from Meet the Millers.
Will Potter.
Yes.
Will Potter. I don't know if I'm saying his name.
Yes. Dude, complete glow up from Meet the Millers because I think that's the last thing I saw him in. I was like, holy crap, white boy. I'm like, he's got an ass. He's got muscles.
Like completely just glowed up, tall as hell. I'm like, Will.
Yeah.
Stop it, Will.
I was like,
stop it.
Wow, okay. He was really rocking those pleated chino shorts, okay?
Fucking short shorts on top of that.
I mean,
I saw a little D print.
I was gonna say,
I was like, there is a D print.
She said that she had spotted the D print, and I was like, I didn't even see that. I saw the booty though, because he has, I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, he was really funny. He played that character very well, just like a rich, white, douchey. He was a fucking douche.
He was a douche in the movie, yes, he was.
He was so, he was good at that. So was the mom character, and then the husband that was basically dying.
Yes.
From cancer. That's how it basically starts. They transfer the unicorn. I think that's when it first happened.
They end up killing. So basically, this kind of summed that up. The unicorn. The unicorn starts making all this noise. They're like, oh shit. The person, the guy's bodyguard basically ends up shooting the unicorn to make sure it's dead because they all freak out.
That's right.
They killed it. Blah blah, blood everywhere. And then Jenna Ortega's character, she had got blood on her face.
That's
in
right.
the beginning.
Yes.
And she basically in the beginning, her face had like blemishes and pimples.
Acne.
And she realizes that her face is like clear.
Yes.
Like healed. Mm-hmm. And that's when she started to realize that the blood has properties. And so is Paul Rudd's character, because the blood got on him. He had put his glasses on, and he realized that he didn't need his glasses.
His vision was like 20/20.
So that kind of gets the ball rolling of what they want to do with this unicorn.
Yeah, 'cause what they're gonna do, because actually Jenna Ortega says that when they're all outside, and I'm thinking to myself, girl, no, don't tell these rich white folks this shit, because they're gonna dissect this unicorn in like 2 fucking seconds. And that's sure enough, of course, what happens. Which I love that predictability, because then you get the unpredictability of the unicorns coming back and like impaling everybody, which is amazing. Not everybody, but a lot of the characters. Yeah.
Basically, that's kind of what happens. Is like so kind of like to sum that up, as like because we won't go all in the movie, but like just basically, yes, as you see or as you know, like they find out the unicorn has healing properties.
Yeah.
The rich
light
guy
bulbs start going off. The rich guy's like,
they're like, let's infuse him.
Yeah.
They decided to infuse him. He realizes he's getting cured by this unicorn blood.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, this is going to be a moneymaker for us. So they start basically saying, we're going to dissect it.
Yeah.
And basically
shaving the horn.
Yeah, they're trying to get the horn off.
Talking about business deals and milking people that are really sick and basically just kind of working their downfalls.
There's Lumi right there.
Oh my God, you scared me, you little... You better not even jump on that light.
He sure is.
He better not. Lumiere.
You better not. You better not.
Girl, that can't hold his little...
He's right there. He's fine.
Anyways,
if
but
you're crashing, well, that's what happened.
Oh my God.
He's fine.
But
he's fine.
He's not. He's a hoodlum. But
he's not. He's gonna
so yes, the rich white folks, they fucking basically take the unicorn under their control. They literally bring in scientists. They bring in all these different people to start running all these tests and doing all these things, making all these phone calls. All of them are like on their phone making calls. Paul Rudd is like being jerked around by his dick basically, and he's letting them, like, no refusal. And then Jenna Ortega's character in the meantime is kind of like, hold up.
This ain't right, yo.
Yeah,
this ain't right.
Was what
I don't feel right. This ain't right.
They said as a pure-hearted maiden, basically, and she had a connection with the unicorn, so she was obviously gonna be like, "Hey, greedy fucking humans."
So basically,
maybe we shouldn't.
Basically, also as the plot thickens, they start hearing noises in the forest. Turns out this unicorn is a baby, and the mom and the dad unicorn are looking for their baby.
Yep.
And the bloodshed begins.
And they're being beckoned by the horn somehow.
The horn is
They're like all connected through that energetically or whatever.
So they start transferring the unicorn. Boom. One of the doctors, the scientists, gets stabbed through the fucking tent.
The first
from
impalement.
The unicorn.
Yeah.
From, I guess, the mom, one of the bigger unicorns, stabs him, fucking rips out all of his intestines. It gets bloody, actually. The movie is gory.
Yeah, it had some gore in there, which I was not expecting.
Oh my God, yes.
But it was good because they went there with the impalements.
Oh yeah, lots of impalement.
The horn looked really cool too when it came through that little tunnel. That tunnel was very E.T.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That instantly reminded me of the tube that was connected to the van, and I was like, that's so fucking
E.T.
And honestly, I said that at the end of this movie. I said this would have been a cool movie to see made like in the era of E.T., 80s, 90s. I think it would have been really cool.
It definitely would have had some 80s aspect too. I mean, it kind of did.
It kind of did, yeah. It totally did. So
very campy.
First impalement, yes. First impalement, and they're all like, holy shit, they're snapping that we fucked up.
Right, so the unicorn starts trampling. He kills the scientist.
Yes.
They're like, "Oh shit! Get back inside. Get the unicorn body. Get the baby." Because they still want this baby.
Yes.
Knowing damn well the unicorn is after its baby.
Right. So they're trying to figure out basically, and again, kind of in the background or on the side, Jenna Ortega's character is doing her own thing. She starts to do research about unicorns. And she's reading about these tapestries, the unicorn tapestries, which are a real fucking thing.
Yes, as we have seen that, yes.
Which are amazing. They're actually in New York, I think, right now.
Oh, really, though? That is? You've seen, are those tapestries in the movie the same?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's what was really cool when I started kind of doing research about other unicorn, mystical, whatever stuff.
Fun fact about unicorns, though, is that they also call the whale, the narwhal whale, the unicorn of the sea, because their horn is very much unicornish.
Totally. And people back in the day actually used to have unicorn horns, and they were actually narwhal.
Poor narwhals.
I know. Because they had special powers, and they would and I'm thinking...
Like, no, they didn't. You don't need that.
Like, they've been selling dreams since back in the day.
Back in the day.
But, yeah, so she's doing research about these tapestries, and if you know anything about these tapestries, I don't know if you read up on them at all.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't.
Yeah, girl, I was like all in. I was like, oh my God, I love this.
I didn't know that was real. That was part of the movie.
No, they're real tapestries that are literally from like late 1400s to early 1500s that they made these. And they're huge, and they're so intricate. It's like wool and silk, and it has like metallic threads. Like it's crazy.
Wow.
Look it up, Google it. It's very cool. And it's basically depicting the discovery, capture, and was it the death maybe, or like the or something of unicorns basically.
Okay.
It's very, very
Death
cool.
of a unicorn.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, and it's very cool to kind of see her go in the movie, down that rabbit hole and trying to tell them like we're not doing anything good. Like, we need to stop. We really need to stop. But nobody was listening. Not even her dad. Her dad, Paul Rudd's character, was such a bonehead dad. He did not listen to her for shit.
Right? Like, sir.
He did not.
There's a real unicorn. People are dying.
Yeah, like a real unicorn, and this is how you're acting? If that ever happened to me, like, everything would go out of the window if there was a fucking real unicorn. That's just me.
I would be like, what is life?
I just know, like, I wouldn't want these fucking rich white folks to be taking my damn unicorn. I wouldn't tell them. We wouldn't have gone to that meeting. That's how I'd be like, we gotta go. There's a fucking unicorn. Like, I'm not going to some fucking pharmaceutical meeting. I have a unicorn. What the hell?
Right? But, movie.
I know.
I mean, the movie wouldn't be the movie.
I know. I'm just always going to say shit like that. But, so, she's doing the research. The fucking son.
He started...
Okay, you go into that because you already know what I'm going to fucking say.
So basically, he was kind of like... I think he was like off the wagon or on the wagon. I think he was basically like... I think he was like in rehab or something. And he decides he's going to snort the unicorn horn.
Yeah.
And he's snorting it like cocaine. Mm-hmm. And
he said, in the name of science, basically.
In the name of science. And he snorted
fat ass line. I was like, damn, don't even go low and slow.
He just snorted the whole fucking... Because they started grinding the unicorn horn.
Yeah.
And he's like basically seeing, I guess what the unicorn was kind of showing Jenna Ortega, but he kind of just didn't, he took it as if like, hey.
On the dark side.
I need to, like, this is my unicorn and we're gonna make money over this unicorn.
It started, basically greed consumed him.
Yes, greed consumed him. So.
Yeah.
But basically, yes, so unicorns, they want their baby. She realizes, she's like, they want the baby, they just want the baby. Like, we gotta just and then there was like, no, we're not gonna give them the baby. Like, that's our unicorn. Like, no. And then they figured they wanted to try to get them so they could also make money off of them. Because these unicorns basically they can heal you. They heal you. They have healing properties.
His cancer went away. Paul Rudd could see better. Her acne and scars went away. Like, so they knew it could heal. It was obviously magical, but it wasn't good.
South.
Yeah, everything went south because they were trying to just hoard it. Tried to hunt the parents, which the guy, the older gentleman, he was very like 90s villain. He reminded me of somebody that should have been like in a Jean-Claude Van Damme fucking movie. Like, and they're in the scene, they're gonna fight, they're all sweaty. Yes, and it's like close up sweaty. Like,
I want that unicorn horn.
He was very much that. And they, Paul Rudd's dumbass character decides he's gonna go in the forest to hunt unicorns with this man with guns. And I'm like, okay.
Unicorns are just killing them left and right.
Yeah.
Basically, long story short, the unicorns kill pretty much almost everybody.
Yeah.
They're not friendly.
No.
You think unicorns are friendly? No, they were not friendly in this fucking movie. They were very vengeful.
And as they should be.
As they should be. You're right.
I'm like, why wouldn't they be?
Yeah, you're right. They're like, you stupid puny humans.
Yes. I would totally do the same. I'd be like, I'm going to fucking burn your shit down.
Yeah. And they did. They fucking did. But what was really cool is, okay, so what kind of so really that's the gist of it. You know, we won't go all in it. Mm-hmm. But then towards the end, this one started crying in the fucking movie.
I cry over the stupidest
This one just
shit.
starts crying, and I'm like, this bitch is crying.
It was such a good part, though. It's like, oh, because the dad... Okay, yeah, so they get to the end, and finally, Paul Rudd's character... Oh, no, he doesn't really come to, does he? Or does he?
What are you talking about?
Like, does he go to the light side? He did, because, okay, yeah, so...
Well, basically, he realizes that he was trying to do it all for his daughter.
Right.
And
they have that touching moment, and she's like, it's not, whatever.
Because it's really just them down to the wire. And old boy, which is the son, which is Will Poulter. I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
We'll just say Will.
Will's character is the only one left alive.
Yes, and Will has lost his fucking mind because he keeps snorting it. He was putting it in his alcohol. He was like, he let his mom fucking get murked by the unicorn and literally disemboweled.
Yeah, he did.
And he could have saved her, but he didn't. Because he was like, trying to save the unicorn, basically.
Yeah, because if he killed her, she was going to let's blow it up, and then he's like, no, I'm sorry, Mom. And he lets her die and the unicorns live because he wanted to capture them all.
Yeah.
Because he was using Jenna Ortega as bait, basically.
Yes.
Because he realized that she had a connection to them.
Yes, and she had said that too, and he was like, okay, he's going to use that to his advantage. A maiden of pure heart, as they say in the unicorn folklore or whatever, yeah. And so at the very end, it's Jenna Ortega, Will's character, and Paul Rudd. And she's the bait. The unicorns come. Did he kill Paul Rudd already?
Basically, what happened is that he tricked Will's character into saying, yeah, we're going to get him. And he basically realized like he's got to stop it. Okay. So then he ends up stabbing Will.
Okay, yeah.
Remember? And then Will's like,
with the horn.
Yeah, with the horn.
Paul Rudd's character stole the horn from earlier, yeah.
So he stabs him with the horn, boom, pow. Mm-hmm. Will's character stabs him back.
With an arrow.
With the arrow. Ugh. They both basically die.
Yeah.
They both. Oh, actually, I think the bigger unicorn actually ended up finishing off Will's character.
Yeah.
And then he finishes him off, smashes him, throws him around like a fucking rag doll.
He does. And I'm like, good for your ass, fucking snorting unicorn dust. Like,
snorting unicorn horn ass motherfucker.
No, don't do that. Okay.
And so
yeah, he gets thrown ragdoll style, and then Paul Rudd is basically having a moment with Jenna Ortega, and they're like, he's dying.
He's like, I love you. Dies. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was doing it for you. All that, that kind of yada yada stuff.
Her mom, which had passed away from cancer, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's like, maybe, I'll see her when I'm there or whatever. And then he like...
Yeah, because they were basically saying... Jenna Ortega's character was basically saying that when she touched the unicorn horn, that she felt as if she was one with the universe, and that she said she felt her mom there.
Yes.
Which, again, was a beautiful... aspect, because you think about it, it's like, we think like kind of going back to the near-death experience episodes, like we're all part of the universe in a sense,
Yeah.
We're all part of the universe. We're this energy and we're
this
in it.
Oneness, this connection,
and that's what's
cycle, yeah.
That's what was beautiful about it, is that the unicorns were like, I guess, but yeah, like.
And that's why I cried.
She started crying.
Okay,
yes,
I cried because I was like, oh, first off, Dad dies, okay, and then the universe shit, and the mom, and then the unicorn, like, it was sweet.
And then though, again, we're telling
the
you the story.
unicorns are watching this whole thing go down. Jenna Ortega realizes that. She turns, the unicorns, the mom and the dad are watching, and they basically know that
know like she
loves him and that they're good. Yeah, so they bring him back to life and the baby back to life because they needed the horn. That's right. They got the horn. They put it by the baby's head, and then with their powers combined.
Captain. Okay, anyways.
They're basically like,
They combined their horns together in a cross-like feature.
Yes.
Create this ball of energy.
Yes.
And they basically revived the unicorn, the baby unicorn, and they revived Paul Rudd's character.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
It was sweet.
Like, I was like,
liked it.
Then
it basically corny, ends though. Still good.
It was kind of corny, but it was still good. Like, I was like, this is good. It was a nice ending.
Yes.
And then the ending though, basically, and it kind of made you. So tell me what you think about this. Like, towards the end, the cops come. They're like, what the hell happened?
Right,
and they're like, nobody's gonna believe you that unicorns killed all these people. And they're like, okay, so they arrest them. They take both Paul Rudd's character and Jenna Ortega's character under arrest.
Taking them in, yeah.
And as they're driving, which I thought was cool, the unicorns are running like on the side of the car with them. And so the cop sees them, the cop's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And basically, I guess I kind of felt like they almost had a connection with the unicorns after that point. And the unicorns basically kind of was like looking at them, and Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega's character basically knew like, oh, they're about to fucking do something. So, and
they're gonna help them because they saw that they were in trouble basically. So they were like communicating, I guess, to tell them like, we're about to flip this car basically.
And it basically ends like that. Like it ends where they crash, the unicorns hit the car.
Yes.
Car crashes and it ends like that, and it kind of makes you think like, okay, probably the unicorns, they did that to maybe help them escape.
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, damn, what a way to do that. I'm like,
you're like, we'll crash it, but the rest is up to you.
You know, I'm like, what if they don't even?
What if they don't make it?
What if they don't survive the fucking crash? Because they were like by the cliff or something.
In your favor.
They were like on a cliff. I remember, and I'm thinking, okay.
But maybe that was cool.
They could bring them back to life if they died.
Oh, that's true. Because they were part of the unicorn family, I think.
One of the things, another huge spoiler alert, is right after he was brought back to life and that energy force was getting kind of bigger and just gaining size, and it was very like universal looking and very just galaxy looking.
Yes.
It like had this very light or a mild like explosion and kind of throwing the unicorns down, remember? And they were kind of like for a second kind of out of it.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they were like, oh, I'm fine.
Right.
And then they ran off. I'm like, oh, thanks.
But it was good.
That's basically
I'd watch it again.
I liked it. I mean, it did not do well, apparently, at the box office at all.
It didn't?
No, I don't think it did.
Oh, that means it'll probably come to TV soon, and then I'm going to have my parents watch it.
It's good. I would totally watch it again. And right after we saw it, because we were going to do Pumpkinhead, like I said, for this episode, she had picked that movie. But we both kind of agreed, like, we have to talk about this movie.
Let's talk about this movie. And then we wanted to throw in mythical creatures.
And just talk
about... Which is the second part of this podcast.
Yes.
Because unicorns, as we know, are mythical creatures. They're a popular creature. They're Pegasus. That could be Pegasus because some unicorns are considered with wings.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Everybody knows unicorns, My Little Pony, all that shit.
Oh my gosh.
My Little Pony.
And honestly, too, in some of the little research about it, Lisa Frank, apparently, we're not even going to go there, fucking bitch.
If y'all don't know about Lisa Frank, you just
apparently
have to watch the documentary.
The greed got her, too. That's all I'll say.
The unicorn greed got her.
The unicorn greed. Oh my God. Yeah, but they were saying that was one of the more modern things, of course, that really put unicorn on the map. Until this day, we kind of identify unicorns with rainbows. And I'm like,
that's true. That's very much true.
Okay.
You know, it's like, it's not all unicorn and rainbows, is it?
That's right. But again, the tapestries, I'm surprised you didn't come across that at all, that those were real fucking tapestries, literally from the 1500s.
I basically started just looking at the mythology of things.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of in the unicorn realm for sure a little bit more, but...
Do you want to talk about your book?
So basically, I just wanted to bring this. If you are on YouTube and you're watching
the video,
then you will be able to see some of this amazing book that I have. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to put this down right here.
We need no ASMR.
I thrifted this book for maybe like 25 cents or something. It's from the 70s.
It's from the 70s?
Mm-hmm. And it is very, very cool. It talks about a whole bunch of different stories of unicorns. But what I love is that it has these amazing art prints in it.
That's cool. Do the ASMR, little ASMR.
And I mean like some literal amazing...
Tap it.
I'm just kidding.
This is a unicorn book. And it has pages. Can you...
Okay.
There we go. A little ASMR for you.
But anyways, I didn't really look too much into...
It looks like a cool book, actually.
It's an amazing book. The prints are just so gorgy. I love this book so much. I actually have it up for sale at Trixie Rira online, but it just... Oh, so this is actually one of the tapestry.
Oh my God.
It's a print of the tapestry.
It sure is.
It's very, very cool. So...
Holy hell. Is that like a real photo?
No, I mean, it's just a print.
That's cool though.
Yeah. But the style of those tapestries is something called mille fleur, which basically means all of the little bitty different types of plants and all that. And at the museum, at the Met, I believe it is, in New York, where they are located now.
That would be cool to go to.
Oh my God, I didn't know. I thought they were like in fucking Paris or something, you know? But they have a lot of the plants that are in the background growing, like, by the museum. I just thought that was really cool.
Oh my God.
But that story, again, unicorns go back as early, I guess, as the 1400s, probably even before that. So
yeah.
They've been depicted a very long time.
So basically, what I had researched about unicorns is basically unicorn, a definition here. Unicorns, a horse or goat-like animal with a single horn, are commonly depicted mythical creature from ancient mythology in Mesopotamia, India, Greece, and China, all the way into the modern age. People have been fascinated by these majestic creatures. Unicorns were said to contain healing properties, which is what the movie follows.
Yep.
For example, if you drank from a cup made out of a unicorn horn, you would be protected from poisons.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool as well. It's like, okay, unicorn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that unicorns had healing properties.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the mythology.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And which is why they were very sought after. That's what it was in the tapestries. It's that the unicorn horn purified some water, and when people realized that, that's when they went on the hunt to try to capture it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then they try to keep it in like caged up basically, but it just wasn't.
As we would try to keep it caged up.
I mean, we haven't grown at all. We would still just be greedy with a unicorn. Like, what the hell?
I mean, if people found a unicorn in this day and age, they would definitely put them in a zoo.
Well, in the movie, that's basically where it took you. That was the point blank question. Like, would you kill a unicorn to cure cancer?
And I'm pretty sure we would.
We totally would.
But
I hope unicorns will just come and get us.
But if you think about it, though, well, let's kind of play devil's advocate here. If the unicorn can cure cancer, I would say it's a good thing. However, I think our corporations and our greed would probably just hide that away and just be like, no, we're not going to give this cure out. We're only just going to give it to the rich. So yeah, people would still probably I think that there's a cure for cancer, but that's a whole nother topic.
Same, yeah.
But they would more likely use it, but not in a good way.
And that's what the characters did in the movie, because they were business people, and the husband and the wife and the son, they were all like, it's going to be super exclusive. Nobody's going to know. It's going to be the highest, sickest bidder, basically.
The highest, richest, sickest bidder.
That's right. The highest bid to the sickest. That's what I was going to say. But, I mean, yeah, I guess, I don't know.
That's what would happen. We don't deserve unicorns.
No, we don't.
We don't deserve animals in general.
Not saying we deserve cancer, but it's... Yes, our greed is not going to solve that. I don't know if that hasn't been shown already.
Exactly.
What other bit do you have? Do you have something else?
Well, like I said, as far as mythical creatures goes, I kind of went into a dive of just the different mythical creatures around the world. Since, unicorns kind of started it off. That's one of the most popular ones. Yeah. Dragons are considered mythical, clearly. Mm-hmm. That's fairies. Obviously, fairies. From around each culture kind of has their own mythical creatures. Like in Jewish folklore, there's the golem, which is basically depicted as being created from an inanimate matter such as clay or mud, which have been brought to life to serve purpose. For example, in some stories, a golem is created to defend against anti-Semitic attacks.
Okay, golem.
We need that right now. So anyways.
I know. Golem. Love that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. The golem got her. I don't know.
But, I was reading a bunch of different kinds, and then there was something called a Dobharchu, which is also known as an... Okay, so what I wanted to see is, like, the mythical creatures that were based off of real things. So, obviously, the horse, the narwhal, that was kind of considered, like... That's where, apparently, unicorns kind of originated from as well. Because think about it, like, the cultures, like the tribal people back in the, obviously in the 1500s or whatever, if they see a narwhal, because we know narwhals have been around forever,
right? They
probably thought that was some sort, like, it's a creature with a horn, so unicorn, that was kind of part of it.
There was something else. There was another animal that they used to take the horn from, and they used to sell it as a unicorn horn along with the narwhal horn.
Probably a rhino or something. I bet.
Yeah, probably, because they used to.
Because most of the rhinos are fucking extinct now.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't get me started on that. But anyways,
oh God,
there is. I think the white rhino. I think it's called the white rhino is extinct. But my facts could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, comment below.
But the Dobharchu, also known as Irish Otterhound, is a large dog breed that is native to Ireland. The name Dobharchu comes from the Irish language, where Dobhar means water and Cu means hound. The Dobharchu was historically used as a hunting dog for otters, which were a valuable source of food and fur. Otters were abundant in Ireland's rivers and coastal areas, and the Dobharchu was especially bred to be a skilled swimmer and hunter. The Dobharchu was also known for its strength and endurance, which made it a well-suited for hunting in rough terrain and harsh weather conditions. The Dobharchu was highly valued by Irish hunters, and its image is featured in ancient Irish mythology and folklore. So, I'm wondering if this thing was real. In Irish legend, the Dobharchu was said to be a fearsome creature with the ability to change its shape and size at will. It was also believed to have magical powers and was often associated with the goddess of the hunt, Morrigan.
Ooh, Morrigan.
And then, so, I think this actually was a type of dog.
I know.
It says, despite its popularity as a hunting dog, the Dobharchu's numbers began to decline in the 19th century due to changes in hunting practices and the introduction of other dog breeds. So basically, by the early 20th century, the breed was nearly extinct. Efforts to revive the Dobharchu began in the 1970s, and a small population of the breed was established in Ireland and the United States. Today, the Dobharchu remains a rare breed. Oh, it is real.
Oh, wow.
Rare breed, but dedicated breeders are working to ensure its survival and promote its unique qualities as a hunting companion dog. So this dog, now I need to see what it looks like, is considered part of the mythical creatures, Dobharchu.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me look this dog up real fast.
Yeah. I didn't really touch on anything like that. I definitely went more of the folklore mystical. I don't know, maybe even paranormal. Because
I don't even see. It doesn't even look like a real dog or anything. There's like not even any pictures of it. It's just pictures of like paintings, and it literally looks like a cat type otter thing.
And I'm like, why are we trying to bring that back?
I don't know, but apparently I don't even see any real pictures of it, just paintings of it. Interesting.
It's like people just trying to bring dinosaurs back. I'm like, why are we wasting time and money on that? Like, we don't need dinosaurs.
Just like the woolly mammoth.
Like, we need clean drinking water and fucking soil, and like, we need, I don't know.
There's apparently a lot of mythical creatures. There's something called the basilisk, which is, according to European mythology, the basilisk is a legendary serpentine reptile reputed to be able to kill with a single glance. The story goes that it met its demise when a weasel was thrown into the hole in which it lived. Weasels are bad motherfuckers.
Weasel, weasel, if you please. What the fuck is that from? And then you go. If any Bob's Burgers fans are listening, then you would know that that's from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, okay. People know that. I yet to not do that.
One of the folklore tales that I wanted to share is from, I wanted to say Mexican folklore, but there's so many cultures that actually have very, very similar, if not identical, stories to, well, first off, La Llorona.
Okay.
I mean, that's just literally a story.
But is she a creature? Or I thought maybe La Llorona. Oh, I can't say it. La Llorona is a woman.
Yes, yeah. And I shouldn't have even started with her. What I was going to start with is Lechuza.
Ooh, yes,
is what I was going to say. So that is definitely more of like the folklore or whatever. Because that is usually like this witch woman, half bird, or half owl with the owl face. Like there's different ways.
I think it's an owl with a woman's face.
See, yeah, I mean there's different things that people say, but that's one of the stories that I kind of read into, because I have been told that story since I was literally in elementary school.
Oh yeah.
And I remember one of our cousins years ago.
That's what it looks like.
Is that the woman?
It's an owl with a woman's face. I don't know if y'all can see that.
See, and I've seen it depicted.
I'll put it in the pictures.
Ooh, that looks creepy. Very cool.
If I saw that, I would be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. And basically what the story behind that, if y'all don't know, just very generally, a witch will be sent to you, usually with negative connections and negative intentions, and it'll sit by your house or usually on top of your house, and that means that you're cursed basically, and it'll bring you bad luck and misfortune, and sometimes even death.
Yes, that's very true. I heard about that. And it's weird because I actually asked, it's funny that we say that, because I asked my grandma about Lechuza, grandma on my dad's side.
Ooh,
and she said that I was like, Grandma, you believe in Lechuza? And she's like, yeah, mija. She's like, I used to see them when I was a little girl. They would be just in my backyard. I'm like, in your backyard?
What the fuck?
I was like, what? I don't know why. My grandma would actually make that up, but she said that she's seen them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, the cousins in Austin, that's where I heard one of my first stories, and they said the same thing, that one of their a grandparent or an uncle or somebody older had it sent to them in their house, and they were trying to get rid of it when they were sitting on the porch, and they noticed that she kept coming back, or it kept coming back, and they were trying to shoot it or shoot at it, and that the pellets just would fall to the ground.
Yes,
that it wouldn't hit
that
it.
one. I was like, oh, shit.
And I was like, okay, that's really ugly.
Right, like you can't kill it. Okay.
And I don't know exactly how you're supposed to get rid of one of those, but
I don't know either. That's a good question. Like, you really, I guess maybe a medicine man.
Yeah, somebody would maybe have to come and do some kind of
something
border protection and cleaning.
Yeah,
and
I think you have to.
knows.
Yeah, like bless your house, bless you, bless the family, all that shit. Yeah. I think
Yeah, but there's a lot. The line between folklore and mythology, I'm not really sure what that is
in
exactly,
reality. I would say
when I was on the unicorns and fairies and even being led to, what are they called? Is it called senators? The half man, half
Centaurs.
Centaurs.
Yeah, that was on the list that I saw. I was like, that's enough. Centaur and Minotaurs kind of go hand in hand.
Yes. And I thought to myself, now that's kind of interesting, right?
Centaur. Would you date a centaur?
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
Would you date a centaur? So you asked me if we would date an alien. Would you have a centaur baby?
Oh my God.
Just imagine that horse.
Oh, wow. I was gonna say, are they hung like a horse? And I'm really scared of that. Okay.
You know it probably is.
No fucking thank you. But we're gonna have to just artificially inseminate because there's no fucking way. Physically.
So you would have a baby of a centaur?
I mean, maybe.
And that's your baby?
We're
gonna start the Women's Coalition of Centaur Mothers for Centaur Babies.
That's right.
This is my centaur baby.
My baby. Can you imagine? No.
A little baby walking around.
Birth
a horse.
is just a no, thank you. In any realm, honestly.
You gonna be carrying that motherfucker?
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, birth in any realm to me is like unappealing.
You're like, absolutely not.
I'm like, especially that. I'm like, oh God. But yeah, I was led to them, and I was like, I bet she probably read something about that, because that was those are fun creatures.
They are so fun. Centaurs. Like, what's going on, my centaur? That's my boyfriend. Centaur.
Now she wants a centaur, but she's like, fuck the aliens.
Fuck the alien. I don't go with the centaur shit. It's a little bit more appealing, I suppose. Half man, half horse. Okay, because I can like ride on top of him. I'm like, come on, baby, let's go. And like, I'm just riding on top of his back.
That's right.
And he'll run, and like, I'm picturing it. Like, I'm picturing like jumping on a horse. I'll put the saddle on him.
Yeah.
He's galloping, and I'm just holding on to him.
I feel like just to
Still better than Twilight. Still better love story than Twilight.
Oh my God, those movies. I don't know.
Guilty pleasure though. I enjoyed Twilight.
Oh, okay.
I did. I ain't gonna lie. Stupid.
I would love to be glittery like he was. Who wouldn't? I mean, I just want to be glittered like that.
This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
And I remember that he was like, this is me. And I'm thinking, okay, Chad, like,
right,
shut the
you're
fuck
glittering
up.
and shit. Like, am I supposed to be scared?
Right, I'm kind of.
Or do you want me to put you into like the fucking next drag show? What do you want?
I feel like you need some lipstick, but yeah, it's. I never thought of that, but I love that.
Here comes a mythical creature right now.
Get down.
Yeah, that was sprayed.
Just a few little squirts.
But okay, so another thing I found this thing and I thought it was really cool.
Okay.
So it's basically mythical creatures and their meanings. Ooh. And how they resonate with you. Kind of like a, what is that word?
Like a totem pole thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it says here, each mythical creature holds symbolic meanings, often conveying lessons, virtues, or warnings that continue to resonate with people. So I'm going to go ahead and list off a few. Okay, let's go. That we, like. So the Phoenix, I've heard of it. Obviously, we all know about the Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Rising from the flames. Yeah, rising from the flames. So the mythical marvel embodies death and rebirth in Greek mythology. Mm-hmm. And it says, but hold on, it's not a physical death. It's more like a spiritual or emotional transformation coming your way. Yes. So if kind of basically, just like it says, Phoenix rising from the ashes, you'll emerge stronger than ever. This is one of the mythical creatures that can signify upcoming challenges when you keep bumping into the Phoenix or dreaming about it. Okay. So if you're dreaming about a Phoenix, that's for you. So here we go. The unicorn, though, which is the topic of mainly our discussion. Right. The enchanting unicorn from Chinese and Greek mythology. It's more than just a pretty face with a magical horn. It symbolizes personal intuition and physical prowess. The horn is like a third eye. So when you fixate on unicorns in your thoughts and dreams, such as your subconscious might tell you to dive deep into spirituality and self-exploration. Time to unlock your psychic gifts and meditate like a pro. Ooh, and it says, what else? Intuition is the key to those psychic abilities, and to unlock it, you might need to reconnect with your inner child and embrace your creative side. Another thing was the mermaid, which we didn't mention. Mermaids
I wanted
are...
to too, yeah.
Well, you want to talk about mermaids real fast here?
No, but I was going to mention them after I was talking about unicorns and I can't say that. Centaurs. Centaurs.
Centaurs. Well, mermaids, as we know, that's another one where everybody thinks, oh, mermaids are cool. But really, mermaids in a lot of folklore mythology are kind of bad. Like, they be luring people to their death and shit, technically. Like, they're not all just like this, like Ariel and all that shit. Like, mermaids are basically considered like the sirens. So they be leading people to their death in the sea. But all that aside,
at some point in my life.
Because I know you, mermaids be resonating with you a lot because you're all like, mermaids.
I have always, girl. When I was a little girl, I was like literally a mermaid.
So it says here, seeing mermaids could be a signal to explore your emotional depths and female spirit. It's time to confront past traumas and hardships so you can heal and grow stronger than ever.
Why did I know it was going to say some shit like that?
Girl, mermaids, I'm telling you. So that
was... that all it said?
Oh, okay, wait, hold on.
I wanted to hear all the mermaids.
Oh, the mermaid. It basically says here, but wait, there's more. Mermaids from Norse and Greek mythology represent your inner child, female spirit, and connection to nature. Therefore, you should take this as a sign to embrace the natural world and that playful, curious kid inside of you. Yes. We could all use a little mermaid. Yes. Little mermaid. Now the other one...
But I want more siren style leading people to their death. Keep going.
There's another one called the Kelpie, which I have heard of, and that's another horse-like creature.
Okay, I don't know if I heard about that, Kelpie.
And Kelpie is Scottish folklore.
Ooh.
Mythical creatures, basically like a mythical horse. No unicorn, but mythical horse. They rule both land and water. Yeah, because I've heard, you ever heard of that, the water Kelpie?
No.
I have. I've heard of the water Kelpie as like a creature, which some say that's what the Loch Ness is a Kelpie.
I did read a little about Nessie as well. Okay.
Nessie!
Talk about the Kelpie.
So it says here, depending on the form you're drawn to, whether the land Kelpie or the water Kelpie, I'm going to say water Kelpie for me.
Automatic.
Submerged Kelpie, watch out. Some tough times, like intense relationships or money orders might be heading your way. Oh, great. That sounds about right. Yeah, anyways, but fear not. The Kelpie is here to help you navigate through emotional storms and find inner balance. Okay.
The Kelpie will help you. See what I did there?
The Kelpie will help you, okay? Don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
Feeling stuck or stagnant, the Kelpie is like a beacon telling you to follow your heart and embrace your imagination and creativity.
Love that.
So, okay, should we do one more? Here we go, centaur.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, do that one.
Centaur. Oh, look, they have a female centaur. I'll totally go with the female centaur, too.
Yeah, you would.
I show
bareback.
Bareback, bare-breasted, whatever. Okay.
I would be bare-breasted on there.
Bare-breasted on the back. I would turn into a centaur. I'm going to be walking around as a horse, bare-chested, like galloping and shit.
You have to come and see me because I'd be in the sea. I'd be a siren.
So you're going to be a mermaid.
So I'll be bare-breasted in the water.
And I'm going to be galloping to you like, Nikki. And then you're going to be like, I'm luring men to death. What do you want?
Eating a man's arm. Oh, okay. All right. I'll be here next Friday.
I'm just going to be like, what's up? I'll see you next time. And I gallop away. Perfect.
I love that.
And it says here, let's gallop into the realm of the centaur from Greek mythology. The majestic creature that's half man, half horse, it represents a connection to source and symbolizes balance and community. If you're drawn to these half-horse creatures, it's time to balance your spiritual and physical selves. Meditation, creativity, and setting boundaries might help you find harmony. Okay, yep, definitely so. These mythical creatures invite you to embrace your sensuality, love your body, and celebrate your unique beauty. The centaur's message might be all about accepting yourself fully. Oh my God.
Love that.
I'm centaur.
Love that. Okay.
Centaur. All these mythical creatures be resonating with me.
What I wanted to say.
The werewolf. Oh my God, there's a whole lot more.
About
and
really
I love
quick.
Werewolves. Okay.
Before you do the werewolf, about the mermaid and the unicorn, and it was talking about the inner child stuff and just like connecting to nature or spirituality or whatever. Which I think there was some of that in. That last one too. I think that is so important to do that for people, and I feel like that really actually stems a lot of trauma sometimes too, connecting to the inner child. But I think trying to heal and trying to make that inner child happy is a good way to try and find a little happiness as an adult.
Absolutely.
Which, you know, you don't always have the time or the want, I guess, but I think it's important because
the world is spinning and time is a-flying.
Yeah.
And if we all know that we have a short time on this earth.
Yeah. So make that inner child happy and freaking, you know.
Be a kid.
Be a kid, play in the sprinkler, blow some bubbles, freaking be silly, you know, finger paint, whatever. Like.
Finger bang, whatever.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't throw that in there. Okay.
I was like, I'm not gonna talk about what kind of memories that brings up, but yeah. Okay. Talk about the werewolf.
Okay.
That'll be the last one before we move on a little bit.
Yeah. So the werewolf, obviously, I will say this: I'm a huge fan of werewolves. I take it back. I like centaur. But if I also had to choose, I would love to be a werewolf.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I always talked about, like, what would you do? Like, on a full moon, I'm like, Nikki, I'm a werewolf.
Yeah,
like,
in that realm.
You're gonna have to cage me up so I don't do no damage. Feed me some food, give me some drink. I'm fine.
That's right.
Oh, actually, in fact, just set me loose. Let me go do damage where I need to go do damage.
Yeah, I would have to let you go and hunt. I'd be like, I'm not gonna cage you up, bitch. Like, what am I gonna do?
Go, be free.
I'm not gonna go get the people. You go get them.
So it says here, though, across cultures, the werewolf represents a total change in consciousness, balancing your instincts, intuitions, and logic. If you've been feeling out of control or holding back intense emotions, the werewolf gives you a sign. It's time to let those emotions surface and explore how you feel. Don't fear change because fresh start is coming your way. Okay, that also resonates with me.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that. Werewolf, here we come. I got this information, y'all, from alittlesparkofjoy.com for your references.
Sparking those little joys, okay.
Okay, so not all mythical creature has to be bad. It can be good.
Yeah, and even if it has a little bit of that darkness, I mean, that's really nature in general, though, is light and darkness.
That's true.
And I know we're going to probably start wrapping up. I don't even know how long we've been recording now, but
we're good.
Does it say?
We're good. Just say what you got to say.
So another one that is pretty popular, just like mermaids and just like unicorns, is fairies.
How could I? But you know, they didn't really mention fairies. Obviously, really, like I didn't really see fairies.
And that's what I was gonna say as far as mythology and folklore, because I want to say that fairies might be more like on the folklore, and I don't know what.
It kind of goes hand in hand. Though.
Yeah, like I don't know how they're differentiated and whatever, but fairies, okay, they're definitely in the realm of mermaids. All of that.
Which are also perceived, honestly,
as being little tricksters.
Yeah.
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 The Disney depiction, like a Tinkerbell, is obviously a super famous one. But honestly, if you've ever seen The Labyrinth with Mr. David Bowie and...
he's my husband, too.
That's your husband?
He would be my husband, yes.
In The Labyrinth?
Yep, just like that.
I did love
the Demon King. What was it? The Demon? No, the Goblin King.
The Goblin King.
And I would be the Demon Queen.
Oh, my, you literally are. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in that movie, though, they're depicted as how they're kind of depicted in real life, which is they're a little mischievous. You know, they're not necessarily like, oh, I'm going to grant you a wish and put fairy dust on your fucking face. No, they're like, gonna hide stuff from you, you know, they're gonna kind of play tricks on you or make you think that you're kind of
losing it.
Yeah, and
they're gonna laugh.
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of it can be a good energy, but it can also be a bad energy too, depending how mischievous they're gonna get.
And I was gonna say, speaking of fairies, and I know you know this, but our grandma, Grandma Cardenas, she said that she saw a fairy.
Yeah.
And again, why would our grandmas make this up? I don't think they would make this up or lie. Yeah. But she said that she actually saw a fairy when she was younger.
Yes, I was gonna make that comment specifically about her being younger, because I remember her telling me that story as well, and I always believed her because I didn't have a reason to not believe her. And again, you're like, why would she make that up?
Why would she?
I guess just to maybe instill some mystical stuff into us as kids, you know? Because
she told us as adults, or she told me as an adult. I remember.
I don't know. I was probably definitely still pretty young when she told me. But I still believed her because I'm like, why would she?
Well, she told my mom too, so I don't think she would lie.
I don't think, yeah, the point is, I think she was telling the truth because there are other people that have said that they have experienced or seen fairies as well. Which, I don't know. I believe it. I believe that they could be real. I believe a lot of shit could be real. I know that's kind of a good and a bad thing, but there's just so many things that we don't know about, and that's the main thing that I know.
Yeah. So, I guess that about wraps it up, but if you guys believe in mythical creatures, or if you've had an experience, let us know.
If you could be any mythical creature, what would you be?
Or if you could date any mythical creature, what would it be? You know, we gotta throw that out there.
So I either want to be a siren. I mean, it'd be really cool to be a unicorn, but on the flip side, everybody would always be hunting you.
True that.
So you would just have to be like, stay away.
And I would be a werewolf or a centaur.
That's cool. But yeah, that kind of wraps it up. Like she said, if y'all haven't seen the movie, go and see it. Even if you listen to this episode, it's really good. I liked it.
I liked it too.
And don't forget to add, just add some magic every once in a while, whatever that may be to you. You know, don't forget the inner child, because that's what unicorns kind of bring to me as well. Just that mysticality and just the playful wonder, whimsy, glitter, I don't know.
Yeah, just don't forget to believe.
Yeah.
And let your imagination run free.
Let the imagination, yeah. And also the connection and respect for nature. That's where it kind of brings me to.
That's really kind of all what it boils down to.
Yeah. And if I ever see you littering, you better fucking be ready for my wrath.
Exactly.
That would be me as a unicorn.
So don't litter because she gonna come fucking. Don't throw trash in the ocean because she's gonna come kill you and siren you.
Ooh, see?
I'm gonna hunt you down as a werewolf. There it is. I'm gonna gallop as a centaur and be like, you better put that in the trash.
Trampled to death because you don't know how to use a fucking trash can.
Exactly.
0 to 100, just litter. That's me. Okay. Anyways, having said that, hopefully.
What?
Get a doctor. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Also,
scaresandtrill@gmail.com.
scaresandtrill@gmail.com. Share a story. Share some appreciation. Don't share any naked pictures.
Or do. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess you could. And if you're a Nordic alien, still send those pictures in, nude or not. And that's about it, really.
Okay, guys.
And also, don't forget to return
to the living dead girls.
Peace out. Bye.